man said, you can't attend your mother's burial. That's the height. And people were going there to go and beg her. Please, now leave your mother. Make you go, leave your wife. May you go attend your mama burial. And eventually he agreed. Go and attend your mother's burial. But me, your husband, I'm not coming. And sincerely, he didn't go. On top of that, he will beat the woman and beat the woman to stupor. So the woman decided, I'm tired. I can't marry again. And divorced. Married the second person. This second person, how do they call a lazy person in Suegbe? I've been waiting. Owele. This second person is Owele. Not willing to do anything. They tell themselves, are they sick? Are they sick? But she has 3 children for the man. And she has to work her ass out in order to feed the man and feed the children. And she came with a question. Sir, what did I do to God? Your story may not be that bad. Whatever it is, I'd like you to thank God. Can you just lift up your hand for one moment and tell him, Lord, it is your mercy. If not, can you imagine for a moment, just put down your hand, but can you imagine for a moment that it is you that is suffering like that? Can you stand it? Talk to me. Can you stand it? Just imagine for a moment that you are the one being described. Mercy, say no. I'm not gonna let you go. Choir.
I'm not gonna let you sleep away. You don't have to be afraid. Mercy says no. Sin will never take control. Life and death stood face to face. Darkness tries to steal my heart away. Thank you, Jesus. Mercy said no.
Can you lift up your hand and just thank him for his mercy? You know, this is what they were celebrating. The mercy of the Lord. And that's what we are celebrating. What we saw this past 4 days was not the making of any man. It was the manifestation of God's mercy. Put on your hand number 2. What were they celebrating? It was the celebration of exemption from destruction. Exemption from... If you know how many people are waiting so that their prophecy will become true. We talk say go die soon. As you and I don't die. There are evil expectations that God has exempted us from. And that's why somebody seated in this morning in this service, you will not die because the enemies are expecting you to die. You will live to tell the story of your life. Number 3. It was the celebration of the frustration. Okay, the first one was, the second one was celebration of exemption from destruction. Number 3 is the celebration of the frustration of enemies' expectation. Celebration of the frustration of enemies' expectation. Look at Acts of the Apostles chapter 12. Look at verse 12. Even his own people were waiting for him, expecting that he will die. Acts 12:11. Sorry. Acts 12:11. Said, and when Peter was come to himself, he said, now I know of a surety that the Lord has sent his angel and had delivered me out of the hand of Herod and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews. So what was his people expecting? That he would die. And then as soon as he was arrested, I'm sure there were some who were saying, at last, and don't touch him. But God came and delivered him. Let me say it in our worry balance. Hand no go touch you. Those expecting that hand go touch you, hand no go touch you. When people are vowed for your downfall, God has vowed to ensure your lifting. So don't be afraid of the wishes of the wicked, because it will not see the light of the day. When we ask the Lord to speak to us, the first thing we heard from God that night, during the all night, was, I am a man, I am the God of vengeance. Don't be afraid. I will avenge. Don't be afraid. I will avenge. So please, I'd like you to know that there is no amount of satanic expectation that will become a manifestation. No amount. Number 4, what was it all about? It was the celebration of restoration. There are many things restored in our life. Some of you, or many of you, didn't see it. But I saw fractured destinies, battered relationships being restored. And if there's anything I came to do, is to congratulate you, because your life is back on track. Help me congratulate somebody. Say, your life is back on track. Congratulations. Your life is back on track. Your life is back on track. You are no longer out of track. Congratulations. There are many things restored in our lives that we need to celebrate God part time. Losing your relationship with God and then returning back to Him is worth celebrating. Entering into a police case or court case and coming out of it is worth celebrating. No matter what you have lost, it is never too lost. In a few weeks' time, I was telling Madam yesterday, we need to push in some fund to get. I have 2 books that are with the printer. We need to push. This one I've been announcing since. Now money make me live and there. It is called It Is Not Lost. That's the title of the book. It is not lost. No matter what you lose, it cannot be so lost that it can be found. No matter what it is. That's why I appreciated the choir this morning when they sang, all things are possible. We saw that on Friday. All things are possible. How did iron float with wood? Scientifically, that's not possible. But the impossibility specialist made it possible. Number 5, it was the celebration of life. And maybe this is particularly for those of us who are celebrating this month. Let me say to you that life is a privilege, not a right. No, can we read the minister's desk again? I'm going to show you the minister's desk. Let me show you something I wrote. Some of you will not understand it because the grammar may look like it's a confusing grammar, but let's read it. It said, priceless thanksgiving. But the humble mind is the soil out of which thanks naturally grow. A proud man is seldom a grateful man, for he never thinks he gets as much he deserves. What does that mean? There are people running with an entitlement mentality. If God gives them anything, say, and so what? Am I not serving God before? There are people who are serving God who are still very poor. Am I not serving God before? So what is it? Instead of saying, oh God, I'm grateful. Say, I know they pay my tithe. I know they go to church. and they miss service. Why will God not give me before? It is entitlement mentality. Just know that everything that God gives to you requires your appreciation. For life. Life is a gift, not for sale. If the devil has not touched your life, then there is hope for you. As long as the one God gave you. If your energy is intact, then your destiny is still intact. When you take your life for granted, you may end up grounded. And at the end, life may be aborted. Number 6. This is what I call the celebration of the help of God. What were they celebrating? They were celebrating all we have seen. It is not also, it is the help of God. Is there anyone who has never received the help of God? Is there anyone who is seated who will say, me, I never received help from God since I was born? You got one prayer I pray one day. You know, you can be very stupid and you are thinking that you are making sense. I think that's what Obioma was saying this morning when we took Sunday school about how Jacob told God, if you don't bless me so that I can serve you. It's like doing a cheap bargain with God. God, if you don't bless me, just know my service has ended. I know there are people like that. If God, and Raul Obioma was putting it very succinctly this morning about the story of Jacob. Raul Obioma said, yeah, that guy may have done what and said what he said in the pureness of his heart, not in the way we take it. It was out of his sincerity that the guy said, God. He was not bargaining with God, but he was just telling God, one of the things you go do for me. You counted how many things this month? You added one that was not added in the Sunday school. I didn't get that correctly. Bless my food. Lead me on this journey. Bring me back to my father's house. And there were about 4 things or so. Brother Obioma added one. Said, then I will serve you. But you know what Job said? He said, even if I have nothing else left, I'm paraphrasing it, I will still serve you. That's a grateful person. And that's why I said, let's read that thing again. Let's read the minister's desk again. Maybe it may make sense to someone this morning. And maybe the Lord may be speaking to someone. Pride slays thanksgiving, but a humble mind is the soil out of which thanks naturally grow. A proud man is seldom a grateful man, for he never thinks he gets as much as he deserves. And so what? Entitlement mentality. Can you help me tap your neighbor? Say, you don't deserve life. Shout it. Say, neighbor, you don't deserve life. Be grateful because it's a privilege. Don't go and tell God, I deserve to live. Oh, you don't deserve life. Because if they open up your own secret. I've told us this story before. 1 year, I was doing 21 days waiting on God. It was very intense. I will only open my door for people to know that I'm alive. But I will close it back. I will go back to the place of prayer. And 2 nights before I finished that program, I had an encounter. The encounter was that a church was praying very close to me. And so I was also praying. And in that encounter, they told me something like a dream. Come outside. So I went outside. They said, look up. So I looked up. And I saw this flame. A flame like it was moving. Small time, it turned to something like smoke. It was moving. It was moving. It was moving very fast. So All of a sudden, it is slowed down and was moving. And then the whole place turned white. When the place turned white, I was still looking up because they asked me to look up. I saw the King of Kings seated on the throne. But that's not what shocked me. Every sin I have ever committed in life, I saw them by this side. And they were following me. Because you can't behold his glory and not see your nakedness. Every sin in that revelation or dream, whatever you call it, I was the one begging to leave because my sins were too many to be forgiven. If God will show you who you are, all the lies with your phone, all the gossip, the backbiting, the unforgiving spirit that has developed in your, the bitterness, the jealousy, the envy, if God will show you. That's why scripture says, if God will count iniquity, no man will live. Can you appreciate the Lord that your life is a gift? It's a privilege. It's a privilege. It's not a right that you will claim. It's a privilege. Let some things humble you and make you understand that you are just living by the help of God. Number 7, so that I can close you. It is a celebration of a new season. Let me say to someone this morning, you just entered a new season. Oh God, oh God. I will show you what is in the season. You just entered a new season. So what is in this new season? Take note of these 5 things that I discovered in the new season. In the place of prayer, I discovered, number 1, the release of the blessings. The release of the blessings. The release of the blessings. 2 Samuel chapter 6. Let's read verse 18 and verse 19. The release. That's what is in this season. The release. Let me show you just 6 of them. Now we'll close. 2 Samuel chapter 6. Verse 18 and 19. What is in this season that God may be speaking to someone about? Media, are you there? 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 18 to 19. And as soon as David had made an end of offering burnt offerings and peace offering, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts. Verse 19. And he dealt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to the women as men. To everyone a cake of bread and every good piece of flesh, a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, everyone to his house. But you notice in verse 18, he blessed the people. So there's a blessing in this new season. We have offered our heart. We have offered our life. What is in this season